doing back there? Hello and welcome to Channel 8 Update. I'm Dan Cox. A search is underway in Virginia for a missing woman after her abandoned car was found in Shenandoah National Park late Saturday evening. Mittendorf was reported missing on Friday, 2 days after her last contact with her parents. Mittendorf was first reported missing after not showing up to her scheduled shift at Fairfax County Fire and Rescue. She is a first responder. Her family and her coworkers say this is an action that is highly unusual of her. Mittendorf stands 5 feet 6 inches tall with blonde hair and green eyes. Anyone with information on her whereabouts is urged to contact Virginia State Police at 703-803-0026. The rainfall continues in Houston over the weekend. Over a foot of rain has caused many low-lying areas across the Houston region to halt bus and rail services across the area. Government offices and schools have also been closed across the area on Monday until further notice. Residents in the area are urged to stay home amid what authorities said are extremely dangerous conditions. The city said on an emergency website, quote, "This is a life-threatening emergency. Houston residents should avoid travel at all costs today," end quote. No injuries or deaths have been reported, Mayor Sylvester Turner told reporters on Monday. But crews have had to rescue more than 400 people. At least 1,000 homes were flooded in Harris County. Fire Department spokesman Roy Lozano said, quote, "Some people were trapped in their homes or attics. The water was too deep for crews to reach them in high water vehicles, so rescuers were trying to get those people out in boats," end quote. Very heavy rainfall is expected to continue through Tuesday before the system begins to move off the northeast and weaken. An Ohio woman has been accused of live streaming the rape of 17-year-old friend on Twitter via Periscope. 18-year-old Marina Alexvina Lomina is accused of using the app to live stream video while an acquaintance, Raymond Boyd Gates, age 29, allegedly committed the rape at a home in Columbus on February 27th of this year. The two were indicted Wednesday on multiple charges, including kidnapping, rape, sexual battery, and pandering sexually oriented material involving a minor. In addition, Lonina was indicted on charges of illegal use of a minor in nude-oriented material or performance. She is also accused of taking nude photographs of the young woman. Representatives of Twitter and Periscope declined to comment on the case. If convicted, Lonina and Gates should each expect sentences of more than 40 years. At least 21 people have been wounded by a bomb explosion on a bus in South Jerusalem, Israeli police say. 2 casualties were hospitalized in serious condition following the blast near Hebron Road. A police statement said bomb disposal experts had determined that a device exploded in the back half of the bus. Many of the injured were on the bus, but others were in a passing car. The car caught fire along with a second bus that was empty. The head of emergency department at Jerusalem's Hadassah Medical Center told Israeli Army radio that some of the injuries were caused by flying debris. A police spokeswoman told Israeli Channel 2 television that investigators were still trying to determine who had planted the bomb. He declined to confirm reports that one of the 2 people in serious condition were not carrying any identification papers and were not considered a suspect. We'll be right back after this short break.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
You guys going to my party on Friday?
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be crazy.
All right.
What's up, dude? I'm loving your jacket.
Don't be such a fag.
If you don't mean it, why say it? Words hurt. Think before you speak.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Was it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Thank you, dear. Oh, you're very supple. Just like I was at your age. Back then, I was a sex expert. Used to call me the buttered biscuit. I know about birth control, too. So you can ask me anything, baby.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
Have you had sex in this car yet?
Turn here. There. Excuse me.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Dutch politicians have voted through a motion calling on the country to ban sales of new petrol and diesel cars starting in 2025. The motion has only passed through the lower court of the Netherlands Parliament and would need to pass through the Dutch Senate to become legally binding. However, its success in a majority vote puts the earliest date yet on when a major country might begin phasing out polluting transportation. Electric car sales in the Netherlands stand at just 10% currently. According to a new modeling report, transitioning Australia to 100% renewable energy by 2050 would cost less than continuing on the current path, according to the modeling report. Building the infrastructure to supply renewable energy for all electricity, transport, and industry would cost about $800 billion between now and 2050. The report from the Institute for Sustainable Futures at the University of Technology found that about $650 billion more than continuing with the status quo, however, removing the need for fossil fuels such as coal, gas, and oil. It would save the economy up to $740 billion, saving $90 billion over the period to 2050. The first complaint in the trial of fallen Canadian radio star Jean Jomeshi has gone public with her identity in hopes of using her own experience in the courtroom to help sexual assault survivors better navigate the country's legal system. The woman, Linda Redgrave, said, quote, "If I'm going to be an advocate for this, I can't always be in the shadows." In March, Jomeshi was acquitted on 4 counts of sexual assault and 1 choking to overcome resistance. Jomeshi's career came crashing to a halt in autumn 2014. Soon after, dozens of women began coming forward with claims of being violently sexually assaulted by the radio star. The judge's decision on Joe Mesci's trial left Redgrave livid. As the trial drew to an end, Redgrave launched Coming Forward CA, envisioning as a resource to provide sexual assault survivors with the tools to understand and navigate the legal system, as well as find support from others who have been through the experience. She hopes the website will help encourage survivors to come forward with her stories. Fredonia, an actress, returned to Western New York recently with the winning title from the 2015 Regional Enactus competition in Atlanta, Georgia. With this title, the group qualifies to compete in the 2016 National Exposition that will be held in St. Louis, Missouri on May 15th through the 17th. During the regional event, Fredonia competed with 40 private and public colleges of all sizes to highlight the impact they had on their community. Winning and advancing to the national level means that Fredonia will compete against over 100 colleges and universities. SUNY Chancellor Nancy Zimpher said, quote, "This award is our way of saying thank you to standout SUNY students whose achievements reflect their own impressive hard work as well as the support of their families and friends, and SUNY's world-class faculty and staff," end quote. She then added, quote, "The 248 students we honor with this year's award have excelled academically, become role models on campus, and established themselves as leaders in the community. Congratulations to all the students receiving the 2015 Chancellor's Award for Excellence," end quote. The School of Music Concerto competition winner and clarinetist Tyler Falzer will be featured at the College Symphony Orchestra's final concert of the academic year on Saturday, April 23rd at 8 p.m. in King Concert Hall. Under the direction of Dr. David Rudge, the orchestra will perform works by Debussy, Janicek, Elgar, and renowned American composer Dr. Jennifer Hidgen, who will be in residency at Fredonia. Mr. Salzer of Kenmore is competing his senior year with majors in music education and music performance and is a member of Dr. Andrew Siegel's clarinet studio. We'll be right back with sports after this break.
This new dad is picturing a tree house in the sky, but he's ignoring the instructions. Good luck, big guy. His kids know that he's building without a clue. Never been so good with nails and glue. Now we're trapped inside a box. I hope mom knows what to do. Mom! See, you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
No more pencils, no more books, no more teachers, dirty looks.
School's out!
For summer.
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%.
To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org, because great things happen when we live united.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Yes, I am.
Give it to him hard.
No, no,
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stab me with it? No!
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how.
Oh, you got...
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 68 children is diagnosed with autism. That's about a 30% increase in 2 years. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
A number of St. Louis University baseball players who made racist remarks about President Obama in a group text message will not be formally punished because the university administrators decided it was a private conversation and could not be seen as a biased incident, meaning that it was not considered to be an offense. During a trip to Washington last year, a conversation between SLU pitchers about where to eat turned into a deeply offensive discussion about the president. One player took a screenshot of the group chat and sent it to his roommate. Brendan Twomey, a senior at SLU and former manager of the baseball team. Twomey, who was black, saw the message but kept it to himself for almost a year. Twomey said, quote, "When I received that screenshot, obviously I knew it was wrong, but I was in a tough situation because I didn't necessarily want to hurt anyone," end quote. However, in April this year, Twomey's girlfriend filed a formal bias incident report with the university, including an uneradicated version of the screenshot. Last week, the screenshot went public and was posted on by the incoming president of SLU's Black Student Alliance. After the investigation of SLU, investigators determined that since the students were communicating within a private group chat, they could not be punished. On Monday, the federal court upheld its decision on the case of NFL players suffering from chronic traumatic endocardiopathy, a progressive degenerative brain disease found in athletes, otherwise known as CTE. This case is significant because the NFL now must pay an estimated amount of $1 billion to thousands of former NFL players and their families. The money is going to help pay for the treatment of NFL alumni and the families of players who have since deceased. CTE is caused by repeated blows to the head and has been known to cause changes in behavior such as development of aggressive tendencies and depression. The issue has been known to affect boxers and now recently has been shown to affect NFL players as well. Lakers legend Kobe Bryant played his final game in grand style last week. The superstar broke a record with 50 shots leading him to an incredible 60-point game. The 37-year-old played all 20 seasons of his career with the Lakers and won 5 championships with the team. Kobe Bryant is an icon in basketball, winning 4 MVP awards and being selected to 18 All-Star teams. He will be missed. Kyrie Irving of the Cleveland Cavaliers scored 31 points in his first playoff game since being injured last year in last year's NBA Finals, and Kevin Love added 28. Leading the Cavs to a 106-101 win over the young and confident Detroit Pistons in the opener of their first-round playoff series Sunday. LeBron James added 22 points and 11 assists for the Cavs, who are the top seed and are favored to win the Eastern Conference again. Love made 2 critical three-pointers, and in the fourth quarter, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope scored 21 points and Marcus Morris 20 for the Pistons, who are making their first playoff appearance since 2009. Though the game was extremely close, the Pistons' playoff inexperience showed in the final minutes. Game 2 was Wednesday night at Quicken Loans Arena, which was on edge for much of the Game 1. That's it from us at Channel 8 Update. I'm Dan Cox. Have a great week, Fredonia.